As you couldn't tell, the white truck's gone. So lost a little bit of money on it, but it's one of those things. If you put in a bid on a truck, just expect to purchase it or fix it or lose your money. Making progress on cleaning out the truck. Got the door jambs all scrubbed down, so those aren't super disgusting and nice and clean. Working on vacuuming out the inside of it right now because it's full of sand and dirt and hair, and found a couple pieces of coins. So I got this side all cleaned out so far, just one side. It needs a lot of cleaning. It doesn't look like it was ever cleaned from the previous owners. And there were floor mats in here, but they didn't do much. So a lot of work, and one of those hidden things you can't really see at the auction. The roof is kind of caved in a little bit from something big and heavy and on fire hitting it, because it was singed. Nice singed part right here. Yeah, that was even scrubbed off. Oh, but otherwise, tonneau cover is super tight. I think it shrunk a little bit. Tires need to be changed. They're kind of bald on the inside. Looks like those were on the front. They just rotated them. This one's almost smooth on the inside. Oh yeah, and then the spare tires bouncing around. So, but making progress. It's going to take just hours and hours of cleaning, and hopefully it'll be a really nice truck. Oh yeah, and then of course the melted mirrors. Yeah, those definitely need to be replaced. Yeah. Just finished vacuuming out the truck. If you ever feel like vacuuming sand out of the carpet, don't. It's not fun. So otherwise, carpet is almost clean. I think I got about 90% of that sand and junk out of it. Obviously, there's a couple spots here and popped out after vacuuming it. So, and now I got to go and different day here because it's getting super hot, and go through and wipe everything down, get all this stuff off the seats and whatever stink smell off of everything else here, and then I can pull the headliner down and try to pop up the giant dent in the roof here. That'll be fun. Also remove those marker lights that are just cooked on the top. I still got to clean out the inside of the engine because it still has this all that smoke and junk in there. That's kind of stinking up the outside of the truck a little bit, but most of the truck is unstinked, if that's a term. Probably not. So, another day. Found a set of cab lights while I'm at the junkyard here. Took them off of I think it was a 2009, somewhere around there. Not too bad getting them out. I gotta drop the headliner here to get to the roof clearance lights, since these are all melted and they need to be completely replaced. So not a lot of work, but it's just a little bit of time consuming. Take the overhead console down, the side grab handles on both sides, and then this just kind of slides out from these little grooves over here to hold the headliner up onto the side pieces. Just a bunch of 10mm bolts, and just swap everything out. The third brake light was kind of a pain. Got that swapped out. That I had to repin the connector because it had melted. So that's always fun. So everything else is nice and wiped down, looking a lot better. The mount for the overhead console actually deformed from the heat and warped. That's clipped in right now, but it's just that warped where it's just almost ready to fall out. So I'm gonna have to pull the headliner down again, take that old plastic mount out of the roof and get that replaced. Probably gonna replace the shocks on here because they're I think they're original with 90,000 miles on them. They're kind of worn out. And then the forks, when they're loading it, they caught the side edge of this gas tank plate and then split it, and it's just like a fiberglass plastic cover over this metal, and then the metal warped and bent, and then they had pulled at the fork, so I could get that replaced and fixed. Flip over ball, and just lube that up and got this bar working, so that works now. I got that ball flipped back over so I can use this full bed. So the roof was interesting. That's all kind of normal shape again, minus maybe a couple dents. Got the clearance lights put back in. These from 2009. This is from a 2013. This sealant around the side is kind of cracked, but it still seals, so I'm not going to replace that. So to fix the top, I actually just went up underneath here and it's pushed up right on a bar that is this metal support bar right here, pushed up on here, and then it actually goes thunk and then pop back in place. It's a cowl piece. This is going to be replaced completely. This is all melted, really bad, and I pulled out chunks of burnt wood from there too. It's like charcoal. The headliner down here so I can get this replaced. It's supposed to be like that, and it's all kinds of deformed. Kind of hard to see. Camera kind of flattens stuff out. You can kind of see it there. It's all bowed down just from the weight of that overhead console. So I need to get all that changed out, which requires dropping the headliner again. I didn't have to drop the entire headliner. Just took these clips out right here, these T25 bolts, one there and one there, and it allowed the headliner to drop just enough in the front to get this piece. This is only held in place with just 2 Phillips head screws, and this entire thing comes out. It's nice and flat, not distorted. That's what a lot of heat will do, you know, when the truck is surrounded by fire. Nice and finished. Give it a nice tug, snaps in place. Ta-da, all done.